Hi, this is Jeanie Shea, your Hoover Realtor, and welcome to this edition of Meet Your Hoover Neighbor. Today I am at Fire Station 6 and I'm meeting with Captain Lawson, and he is over some really cool training that we're going to learn about today. So Captain Lawson, tell me what's going on today.
We are hosting a Alabama State Fire College course called Rapid Intervention Crews. And the course is basically how we save ourselves. That's what we're learning.
Wow.
So when firefighters, or when 911 is called, we come out, but nobody ever really talks about who we call when we're in trouble. Well, that's what this course teaches us. This course is teaching self-rescue and the way that we go in and rescue our own. So that's what we're doing this week.
Wow. So is this a required course for all firefighters?
It is. It's being taught in our basic firefighter courses now through the State Fire College. So most of the guys that are coming through now are probably have been in the fire service for a period of time, and they're just being taught some of these new tactics.
So share with me a couple, like what are some things the guys are going to be learning today?
Yesterday we went through a period of self-rescue. So we learned how to use ropes to go out of windows if we're caught in a bad situation, or maybe go through a wall instead of trying to go around to another room. Maybe we're cut off by the fire, so we'll go through a wall into another room. And today we're going to be doing what's called a Nance drill, where we take people that maybe have fallen through the floor into a basement. We're going to be pulling them up out of the basement using fire hose and rope. And then also we're going to be doing what we call a hose chase, where when we go in with fire hose, we use that same fire hose to find our way out. So when we get in a bad situation, if we have a collapse or the fire maybe is overpowering what we're doing, we'll follow that hose back out of the building. So we'll be training on those types of things. That's
so impressive. And like you say, you don't even think about rescuing yourselves or taking care of the firemen.
That's
Everyone
right.
calls 911 and says, help, help.
Right.
And you guys are going into the most dangerous situation.
Right. There is no 911 for us. So we're training on what we call Mayday drills. So when we get in trouble, we call Mayday, and we're looking for help, and we're looking for help from our own. So we have a specialized trained team. They stay outside the fire, and they have outside duties, and their whole mission on that fire scene is to wait or anticipate a problem inside with one of our firefighters. And when that happens and a Mayday is called, they are activated to go and make the rescue of the firefighter.
Wow. So, how often does that happen?
Well, we hope it doesn't happen. We hope this
Right.
training's for naught, but it does happen periodically throughout the nation. And going to fires is a dangerous job, so we have to be ready to save our own.
That's so impressive. So does the paramedic side of training also happen here?
Occasionally it does. We have a classroom here, and sometimes we'll rotate through for the paramedic training, but this mostly houses our fire training facility, and what also would be technical rescue training and things of that nature. So we do all kinds of training here.
So how many times a year, or how often, are firefighters required to go through different training scenarios? Is it constant?
Yeah, it's pretty much a constant thing, because the way they describe it is we're a jack of all trades. No one calls 911 and we just don't come. So the adage that we get cats out of trees and things of that nature may not necessarily be true, but the thing that we do is we always say we'll come and try to help figure things out. So we really do put fires out in more than one way all throughout the city. So we want to be all hands to everyone and help everywhere we can. People, I think, know that about, especially the Hoover Fire Department, and we're known for extremely good service and kindness and compassion. So we want to get all of our people here, make sure they're trained in all the things that we can train them. They go back to their fire stations and they repeat that training and get those reps in to get as good as they can.
Wow. Do you have a story about an unusual, maybe one of the most unusual calls you've ever been on that would be outside of the realm of what you would expect to be normal for a 911 call?
A firefighter's job, we have highs and lows throughout the day.
Yeah.
So you may come in that morning and just be in a great mood and things going your way, and then you see one of the worst things you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we do is we try to laugh a lot. The firefighters are known for kidding around a lot. So when we do go to those calls that are unusual or maybe emotional, then we laugh a lot, and we try to play and really enjoy the day. We're a family, so. And then there's the other calls that we go to that we laugh at the call. We're like, wow, we're actually at this. We're doing this. And but most of what we do, 70% or so of our job is medical related.
Yeah.
And so we unfortunately see a lot of sick people.
Sure.
And we try to make sure that we do the best we can to make their situation good.
Yeah.
911, when you call 911, you're having a bad day, and maybe your worst day.
Right.
And what you need is kind, compassionate people to come in and really make a difference. A lot of good stories,
Yeah.
a lot of really good stories of the fire department going above and beyond
Yeah.
the call of duty to ensure that people are taken care of. And our chief, that's what he pushes us for. So.
Yeah. I like what you say, you're taking care of the physical needs, but you're also taking care of the emotional needs
That's right.
of each other. And that's critical because we as the general public forget. You just don't realize. You see, you know, the one time we may have had a time that we needed 911,
That's right.
That's your life every single day.
Every day. That's
Yeah.
right.
So thank you so much for all that you do. It's such
Yeah.
a pleasure meeting
Yeah,
you.
no
Thank you
problem.
for your time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And on behalf of all of Hoover residents, thank you for being a fireman.
We appreciate
and helping
it.
us out. So,
Thank you.
This is Jeanie Shea, your Hoover Realtor, and thank you again for joining us for this episode of Meet Your Hoover Neighbor.